Hello lovers, today I'm going to be giving you a few quick tips on how you can initiate sex with your partner after a fight or a disagreement. I'm sure you don't want to miss it. It's If Desired by Tiwa Says, and I'm your pleasure coach. Let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be giving you a few tips today on how to initiate sex after a fight or an agreement with your partner. I know that when there's been an disagreement there's been a disagreement or a fight or something, so both partners will be, I'm not talking, you're not talking, everybody will be acting cold, minding their own business. We are passing the same the same way. One person go like this, one person go like this, and nobody wants to be the bigger person. Nobody wants to say, oh, I'm sorry, or the air is just frozen. Nobody wants to break the ice and all that. So as the woman, I'm just going to be giving you these tips on how to initiate sex, because like I've always told you, sex is always an icebreaker. It works all the time, at least almost all the time, to help, to help in conflict situations, like if you want to break the ice or if you want to stop fighting and all that, and that's why it's something called make-up sex, so after a fight or disagreement, you now have sex to make up and all that. So to initiate it, one of the sure ways is that, okay, so when you are with your partner, maybe at home, in the bedroom, parlor, anywhere, or as you always do, as he's walking past, you are walking past. So as he's walking and you are meeting up to walk past him, instead of walking past, just walk up to him as he's walking. He's walking his own way, you are walking your own way, but just walk straight to him and give him a hug, a deep, full hug, and just hold him there. That kind of hug that that you can feel, not just hug and pass. So hug and stay there until you can actually feel him melting, until you can feel that, okay, you just give a sigh, or just breathe down heavily. You just know that, okay, you have gotten where you are going, and then you can just pick up from there. You can enter the second room, or what's that, inner room, or what they call it. You can enter there from there, but it's always an icebreaker. Just hug him. Just no need to say too much. Don't need to talk. Just hug him and hug him tight, and it works most of the time, except if the issue is more than it's a case for Dr. Lambo. That one we need more than a hug. So you hug him. That works all the time. Okay, so another way to break the ice and initiate sex after a quarrel or misunderstanding is just to go straight to him. This time it could be sitting, it could be standing, but most likely sitting. Just walk up to him. You don't need to use words, like I said. Just walk up to him, sit beside him or stand in front of him and just give him a kiss. I don't mean that you should peck his forehead and go, or peck his cheek and go. I like give him a full kiss on the lips, not just the passing kiss, or probing kiss, like you are there, that you are kissing him till he responds, till he starts kissing you back. That works too. No need to, no fighting, no talking. Just go straight to him and just start kissing him. Especially if you are kissing him the way he likes to be kissed. There's nobody that does not like kissing. And especially if you're a good kisser, just kiss him till he responds. And trust me, he will respond. That's another way to break the ice and to initiate sex. Of course, from there now, what else wants to happen now? You are jumping on the bed and the fight has finished. After that, you move on to other things. I even wanted to tell you, that's when gist will come. Yes, I even wanted to tell you, do you know that, blah, 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 and all that and all that. And then if you still want to talk about the issue, after the sex, you can now say, okay, so I didn't really like what you did, or I didn't like what you said, or I didn't like how you said it and all that. Oh, I didn't mean it that way. Okay, I'm sorry. And life goes back to normal. So that's 2 short tips I've given you. So the third tip is that, okay, you could also be sitting or standing or whatever, and you just walk up to all these things I'm telling you. They require confidence, and then they require you putting you carry your ego, putting it in one room like this and locking the door and throwing away the key. Because if you want to start doing ego like I'm not getting or doing pride, it cannot work. So, and then if you are doing no. So all these things you have to have confidence, and then you also have to put your ego down. Stop doing. You will come and beg me. No, I won't. No. You can't afford to do that now. So this next tip, just walk up to him and just say something naughty in his ears. He will definitely respond. Definitely. Either he laughs out loud, he laughs, or he just shakes his head and smiles or something. You know, the ice is broken and you can just continue, either continue what you whispered or continue from where you stopped. Maybe you want to apologize about what happened or whatever, but it will definitely end in the other room. So if you whisper something, you can whisper something naughty like, oh, I want you to do this to me, or how would you like me to how would you like me to do this to you, or I want to show you something, something naughty, and that will make him just laugh. And he will just laugh maybe because this woman, yeah, very naughty or something, or just break the ice and it's broken. You can end up in the other room, and it can also be a conflict resolution method or style. Okay, so another way that you can initiate sex after a quarrel, after a misunderstanding, is this one too does not require talking. You see that it's only the whispering that requires talking, but this other one I want to tell you does not even require any talking like this. You don't even have to talk. When you go to bed at night, don't wear clothes. I don't know if some of you are still wearing clothes to sleep in this century. You shouldn't be going to bed dressed up. You should be going to bed naked. But let's just assume that you are one of those people that must wear pajamas, or you must wear loungewear, or wear nightgown or something. If you don't sleep naked this time around, sleep naked. Don't wear anything. Just sleep. And then when you now sleep, whether in the middle of the night or when you are ready, when he too is in bed with you and all that, coil up to him. Just go and coil up to him naked like that, and hug him or touch him. Just call up to him and be moving your body, and then be touching him and all that. He will respond. That is if the quarrel have not reached Dr. Lambo's case, like I said. If it's still just something that can be resolved easily, definitely you will respond, and then you do what you want to do, and then you can break the ice afterwards. You can apologize afterwards, but at least that will break the ice. Okay, and this last tip that I'm going to give you, I hope you are taking note of all these tips. And these tips, like I said, is just only one that requires you to move your mouth to talk. The others, they are action. You don't need to see anything. So this last one is not in the bedroom, it's not in the living room, it's in the bathroom. So when he's in the shower, when he's having his bath, and you can see that, he's already in the shower or having his bath or taking a shower, whatever, then you enter. You enter the bathroom, you enter the shower with him, and you shower together naked, of course. You are not going to shower with your clothes on. He's naked, you are naked, and you can resolve the issue there. It's even the best place, You just have shower sex and everything goes back to normal. As easy as that. So like I've said, now these tips I've given you 5 sure tips. If 1 does not work, 2 will work. If 2 does not work, 3 will work. If 3 does not work, 4 will work. If 4 does not work, 5 will work. They will all work. So it's just you decide which one you want to use. But there is no how that one of it will not work, except, like I said, except the issues are very strong issues. And then when it is, and don't think that because I said sex, it means that you can use sex to resolve all issues. No. You can't use sex to resolve. If the issues are very, very deep, then you may need a proper, conflict resolution method, or communication, or even seeing a therapist to resolve the issues. Sex cannot resolve all issues. I'm just talking about minor issues between, couples. Of course, you can always resolve that with sex. Sex is even a stress reliever. So, and once you break the ice with sex, it's easier. Sometimes it's easier, most of the time, to talk about the issues, like, okay, this is what you did, I didn't like that, and then it's gone. Or sex will just resolve it. You don't even have to talk about it, especially if they are just minor things. You may not even have to talk about it. You just pick up as a normal. But like I said, if there are deep issues, sex is not going to resolve it. In fact, it might even make it better. You find out that you have the sex and then you are not fully fulfilled, or you are even feeling worse than you started off. That kind of issue, in that kind of case, you will need a proper sit down, face to face, look me, I look you, and you talk about these issues. And that will not be the time to start hiding behind something or not saying what's on your mind. You have to be honest and open and put the issues on the table, and you sort it one by one. And if you cannot do that by yourself, you have to see a therapist or see someone that, okay, you both, respect and you listen to, and then you can sort it out. But you need to sort it out when there are serious issues. Sex is not going to sort that out. But for the little ones, sex can. So try these methods and let me know these tips, and let me know. And like I said, let's collabo. I've not forgotten. Let's collabo. I'm seeing a few, but I'm not seeing enough. So please, I want to see your comments in the comment section. I want you to send me emails. I want you to send me WhatsApp messages. Let's connect. Ask me the questions you want to know. Give me topics you want me to talk about. Let's just fraternize, Let's just fraternize generally. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles that are in our bio. All our social medias are in our bio. So follow us, subscribe, and share this video. Subscribe so that you can get notifications when I come out with new videos. And also like and share to that person or 2 persons or 3 persons that would need this video. Share to them and let them also enjoy the tips that you are enjoying. I'll see you next time.